So here's a few observations. Do we really want our girls to grow up to be more like men? Really, I have no kind of soapbox to stand on with respect to feminism. Both of my grandmothers were working people. One of them had their feet bound. The other went to school barefoot, got a 6th grade education, and ended up running a hotel in Taipei. The other was a history teacher at the top girls' high school in Taipei. And all of my aunts on both sides were educated, graduate level, and worked. So I don't really have an image of femininity in terms of like the receptive divine mother energy. All of the women in my life were extremely driven by circumstance and survival, and also I think by personal nature. But what I see in the US, and I observe it myself, is that we're encouraging girls to emulate boys and men, or to become sexualized versions of desire objects for men. And the second half of that I really don't know too much about because it's completely kind of out of my world. But what I do know is that I was kind of modeling myself after powerful women who wore suits and high heels as a symbol of authority. Definitely not as sex objects, but for authority. And in order to not need men. And so that's a question. Do we want our girls to become more like men? Is that what we really want? And does that make us feel whole? Or do we really want to be accepted for all of our possibilities, which include things that men could never do? Not limited to childbearing, but just the energy of femininity. What is it? I have glimpsed it for the first time in my life at age 34 in terms of a healing, sacred space, capacity to hold, and a nurturing space that's in a way silent. It's just a receptacle for listening that is very feminine. It's very natural for me, actually. People call me calm and patient and grounded, and that's a very natural state for me. I don't easily get worked into fiery emotions expressed as rage and aggression. I'm more receptive. I think I take in other people's heavy emotions and I have to process them. That's how I experience those raw emotions. So that's the question. I'm going to think of my other one in another video.